Hello, and welcome to this month's edition of Mustang Magazine. I'm Ronnie Marshalsey.
And I'm Mary Erickson. Mustang Magazine is a show produced by students of the NHS-TV production program.
Recently, a house in the neighboring town of Natick was the victim of a hate crime, but thanks to social media, the community's response went viral. Senior staff reporter Emmy Coffey brings us our lead story.
When Lori and Carrie Riding left for a vacation in August, they didn't expect to return to a vandalized home.
And the whole house was egged. It wasn't just the front door. It was every window on the front of the house was hit.
Yeah.
And particularly the front door.
The Ridings would like to think it was just a random act of vandalism. However, it might have been in response to a flag they had been flying that was part of a community project.
In July, after the Pulse nightclub incident in Orlando, where 49 people were killed, one of our friends was inspired to put up her peace flag. She had gotten 3 years prior to this, and she said, you know what, I'm going to do more than that. I'm going to get some peace flags, and wouldn't it be cool if I got people to put them up all around Natick.
So when the Ridings' rainbow peace flag was stolen from their property and their house vandalized, the neighbors decided to show support.
It was very moving. Like we took a ride out of the neighborhood to go to the store, and we couldn't believe the feeling of seeing all these flags go up. It was crazy.
And when the entire neighborhood began hanging rainbow peace flags, the story made local news, then national, then international. Thanks to BuzzFeed and CNN, the couple soon began receiving messages from all over the world.
This couple from Brazil reached out and said, how lucky you are. Me and my partner can't go out alone. We're afraid to go out or come out because we're afraid we'll get beaten or raped. That's a sad state of affairs for most places. And we live in this community of 62 out of 80 neighbors are putting up a flag in support of peace and love and kindness and human connection. That's what we want for the world, right? So,
And that's what the peace flag stands for to us. It's just equality, inclusiveness for everybody.
acceptance.
And for Maggie Sky, the actual founder of the Rainbow Peace Flag Project, that's the message she wants to be spread.
And to have the word peace on it really was important to me, because this was beyond just the Orlando incident. This is about inclusion for everybody and peace for everybody. So for me, the rainbow flag and the word peace had that message.
Thanks to Sky, the Rainbow Peace Flag Project has given away more than 1,000 flags, and neighborhoods like Ridings are continuing to spread their message of peace and love.
I think hate begets hate, and if you don't, for me to sit across the table from that type of person and hate them back isn't going to help.
Yes, love conquers hate, love wins. We win.
And in this Natick neighborhood, that message is very clear. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Emmy Coffey.
Okay, our next story brings us into the life of a high school student with a unique musical talent.
So sit back and listen to the sounds of senior Ahmad Karanu in this ditty by Mike Carr, Sean Briggs, and James Golden.
Welcome to Prog Entertainment.
Senior Ahmad Karanu can keep a beat. In fact, he is the beat.
I use my lips to do the sound like I use my throat to do the heartbeat, so it goes I use like the down here of the throat to do the N-word bass to go and then I could use like the N-word in my mouth, like right back here with like a wisdom teeth go to do the snare, the N-word snare. And then I just use my teeth to do the and then I just use my voice.
Karanu is a beatboxer, which means he makes music out of his mouth. But he's not completely unique, as he picked up the hobby after viewing a viral video.
I was kind of bad at it, but over practice, because you've heard the thing, practice makes perfect. And then after learning the two sounds, I learned how to do like the water drop, the like that. And then I learned how to do the zipper sound. And then I learned just how to do like many like basses, like or like and then I put it all together and I made like
These days, you can find Caranu perfecting his sound and emulating different styles of music.
Trap music, dubstep music. I do my own type of music, like piano beatboxing, harmonica beatboxing. I also like taking like classic stuff or like very old stuff like Beethoven. I could do Beethoven beatboxing, like making it into my own remix.
And when he says classical, he means classical.
And I like going a little bit slow. I feel like too many people like to go fast, and beatboxing they just go fast. I like to change it and kind of go slow.
And with a collection of original freestyles, Ahmad decided to create his own YouTube channel to share with the world.
Called Prog Entertainment, and I usually do like videos like beatbox trolling. I'll do like Omegle videos, like I go talk to strangers and I beatbox for them. I'll do like Skype beatboxing, so I will like go on a Skype call with someone and like beatbox or like make a challenge with them.
And recording for his online audience requires special gear.
It's called the Blue Yeti. It's a microphone which I really like. It could pick up like my beatboxing very, very well. It could pick up the bass. I have my own software on the computer, like where I edit, where I record, and I have a keyboard and mouse definitely. And if I want to do like a remix, I use like a piano or a straw.
While Caranu is just starting out, he hopes to one day make his beatboxing hobby a profession.
All my goals is hopefully to become a famous YouTuber and being like able to beatbox on YouTube and like showing like my skills to other people and entertaining people, and maybe being able to go into like beatbox competitions, which I really love.
To see some of his newest freestyles, check out Ahmad Caranu on his YouTube channel called Prog Entertainment, or wait until he goes viral. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Mike Carr.
That was amazing. You have to admire the amount of effort he has put into mastering his craft. Good luck to Ahmad. Keep an ear out for him in the hallways.
Now it's time for a break. We'll be right back after this quick PSA about the importance of checking your facts.
Oh, great. Another hacking incident.
Really? What now?
Some smart aleck hacked into Fox and reported an anthrax outbreak.
Anthrax outbreak reported?
Anthrax? Really? Exactly. You'd have to be an idiot to fall for that one.
I gotta go.
Speaking of which, have you seen Dan?
Welcome back. That PSA was recently entered in the STN PSA Challenge. The topic was assigned, and I thought they did a really nice job.
I hope Dan finally figured out that story was a fake. We should probably check if he made it out of the woods, okay?
Well, I'm happy to report that Dan did in fact make it out of the woods, just in time for Veterans Day. He sits down with Vietnam War veteran Bob Newman to listen to his take on the practice of Veterans Day as a holiday.
Welcome, I'm Dan French. I'm sitting with a Vietnam veteran, Mr. Bob Newman. How are you today?
Very good, sir.
And I just want to start off saying thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
And first question I want to ask, with Veterans Day coming up tomorrow, what does Veterans Day mean to you?
I'm very proud of my service, and I'm proud of all the people who do serve presently. When I went in, there was a draft, and today there's only a volunteer force. So less than 1% of the population serves today. In my time, almost everybody served. So it means we did a good thing for our country, and I'm very proud of that.
And if I'm not mistaken, you served in the Air Force, correct?
That's correct.
And you chose that over the Army?
I had a draft number 47, and I was nervous about going in the Army, so I enlisted into the Air Force, and that's it.
That's about it. So, Veterans Day, has it changed in any way since?
Has it changed? I think it's a little bit more publicized, a little bit more on people's minds because we've been in long conflicts for almost 15 years. But my dad was a veteran, all my uncles were veterans, my father-in-law was a veteran. When we grew up, most men served one way or the other. And now it's a volunteer force, and only 1% of the general population does serve. And I think you got to be very grateful for those people, but at the same time, it's it doesn't seem fair that such a small percentage of the population has such a burden and responsibility.
Yeah, I will have to agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any specific way you celebrate Veterans Day?
Not really. I usually am working on Veterans Day. I mean, most people who work in banks and school kids and college kids, they get off, but most veterans have a job and get up and go and do it, whether they're in the service or out. I'm conscious of it. I mean, but nothing special.
Nothing special?
Sometimes I listen to PBS will do a Veterans Day concert that is very patriotic. I like to watch that, and they do the same one on Memorial Day too, where service members get a chance to be put on a showcase and kind of appreciated.
Can you tell me a little bit about your experience?
Well, I went to after high school I went to college, and I wasn't particularly successful. And living in my father's household after disappointing was a awkward time. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I knew I had to mature and grow up. And I thought the military would be a vehicle that would help me. I served for 4 years, and I knew what I didn't want to do the rest of my life. I didn't want to be in the military. But at the same time, it afforded me an opportunity to go back to college on the GI Bill and to get a better life. And it really helped me grow up and become more of a young man as opposed to a little boy who just graduated high school.
Well, I think we're going to wrap things up now, but if you see any former or active military service members on Friday, please make sure to thank them because they are giving up their lives and a major part of their lives to protect this country. So make sure you wish them a happy Veterans Day. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan, and special thanks to Bob Newman for coming into the studio to do an interview. Up next, I caught up with some seniors that have been choosing to have their senior portraits shot by a non-professional. Amanda Rooney and I report. Some seniors, like Molly Dittmeyer, are getting their senior portraits taken, and not all of them are using professionals.
Professional photographer was going to take a lot of time to schedule, and I was going to have to find someone who would be available.
And when you're competing with hundreds of other seniors from schools across the area, it can be a challenge just to make an appointment, not to mention expensive. That's when Dittmeyer decided to call on her friend Ian Moulton.
I knew he was going to be available, so I just asked randomly one day, and he was like, sure.
Ian is a student in the NHS photography class. He's been studying the art of photography for 2 years now.
2 years ago, I had the option to take photography in school, and I realized I'd always loved taking pictures. It's like learning how to deal with different lighting situations, learning about your own camera, learning all the ins and outs of Photoshop, because that's the main thing that we're doing. We're in that class.
With these skills, Ian says he can provide a service similar to those who charge a lot of money.
There's nothing against professional photographers. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. It just happens that I am a photographer and my friend decided to use me.
Dittmeyer has no regrets using an amateur for her portraits.
You can use the people around you as resources. You don't need to go to a professional in person every single time you're doing something,
For some people, hiring a friend can be tricky. But in this case, Ian says there are benefits.
Well, I think the benefits would be you might be more comfortable with a friend. You're probably more lenient with time. I kind of just set a date with my friends and that's it. There's no professional. It's a lot cheaper. Like most of them aren't even paying me.
Dittmeyer has some advice for seniors who haven't had their portrait shot yet.
I would tell them not to waste their money on like a professional photographer when there are kids that take a class at the high school, you know? So, I mean, if you're friends with someone that takes the class, then I'm sure they'd be more than willing to, you know, help you.
And since most amateur photographers are looking for experience, not money, why not give it a try? Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Mary Erickson.
Interesting story. And with the advances in digital photography technology, these things are becoming easier and easier.
This is true. Okay, in the next story, we introduce you to a student who has faced obstacles that were not so easy for him. Sophomores Maddie McDonough, Jenny King, Lexi Hatch, and Allie Kelleher teamed up for this story on the one and only Paul Ridicus.
It's the fall sports season at NHS, and for three-sport athlete Paul Ridicus, that means it's time to run.
Most people, they think it's just getting you in shape. For me, it's just discipline, and we have to not screw around, sorry to say it, but work together instead of messing around.
And even though Ridicus is a high-profile athlete now, he's had to overcome some obstacles. As an autistic child growing up, joining groups and interacting with teammates hasn't always been easy.
It was very, very struggling. Autism was like, it felt tragic to me, but I still overcame it. Even athletes, people who actually can be normal, might have a disability too. It was like, set me back when I had a rough time, but what set me forward is fighting through my adversity.
For Ridicus, the experience of playing sports has helped him relate to his peers, and it's also not uncommon for him to have success. He attributes winning to his hard work.
It shows that they are stunned how hardworking I am, but they know they can try beating me, but I say, not on my watch. So.
On a cross-country team, it's the top 7 runners that race for varsity. And even though Paul doesn't always make the cut, as a senior, he still runs hard with junior varsity.
Paul's great towards the other teammates. He's really enthusiastic. He loves to run. He's switched through JV and varsity throughout the season. He's fully capable of running both. He works extremely hard every day, and he does a great job, and he's run for us for 4 years.
Paul says he definitely likes to run, but he's quick to point out that he gains so much more from being on the cross-country team.
It helps you make you socialize with everyone. I'm getting better, and I just want to keep getting better every day.
And while he's getting better with his social interactions, he's also improving his times on the track and becoming a stronger runner.
What also makes you strong is not just your moves. It's in your heart every day, saying that everyone is strong. No matter what day it is, even when it's raining, even when it's snowing, even when it's hot out, even when it's cool out like today, stay strong every day.
Currently, the season looks bright for the Mustang cross-country runners. As the season comes to a close, Ridicus is hoping that all the hard work will pay off.
I feel like a warrior, motivated, hardworking, team player athlete.
Regardless of any championships, it might be difficult to find anyone who doesn't think Paul Ridicus is a winner. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Allie Kelleher.
Good job, everybody.
Thanks, girls. It's nice to see Paul get the recognition he deserves. He's an outstanding member of the Mustang family. Good luck to him as he moves into the winter track season.
Now it's time to change things up a bit. Recently, I teamed up with the film students from the NHS-TV program and competed in a 6-day film challenge. We were given a topic and a prop and had to turn it into a 3-minute short film. The topic was local urban legend, and the prop was a treasure map. Here's our film, The Haunted Horsehead, produced by Alessandra Veron, Megan Ring, Molly Dittmeyer, and yours truly.
Check this one out. The Haunted Horsehead. Interesting. The legend says that if you find the haunted horseman and ride it, it'll follow you for all of eternity. Yeah, doubt it. Hey, what's this? A map? Do you think it actually leads somewhere? I mean, it might. Seems pretty legit. I don't know, we should probably just focus on our project. I mean, what are you doing tonight? Let's go. Alright, fine. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Okay, be careful. One person go at a time.
If I fall off this thing, I'm gonna kill you. How much longer?
We're literally almost there. Stop complaining.
The map looks like it ends here.
Okay, so we're looking for an X.
You think there's gonna be an actual X somewhere here?
I don't know, dude. We're just looking.
All right. We're following a map, right? That we found in a book about our town in our school library about some local urban legend with a horse head. Okay? Do you think it's actually gonna be here?
I don't know, but why are you being so negative? Like, what else are you gonna be doing tonight?
I don't know. Our project? We have school tomorrow, but instead of doing our actual work, we're out here in the woods looking for a horse head. Do you really think we're gonna find anything?
I don't know, but at least it's like worth the shot. We're already so close. Why would we turn back now?
I don't know, maybe because it's fake. 5 more minutes, and if we don't find anything, I'm going home.
Okay, deal. Eliza?
What?
I think I found it.
Crazy.
That's an X, right?
That's just a pile of sticks.
No, I'm pretty sure that's an X.
Fine. Oh my god.
You're kidding me. I told you I was right.
This is crazy.
Eliza, what are you doing?
What? You think something's actually gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, the legend clearly says that if you ride that, it's going to follow you of all of eternity, and it was right.
Oh, really? Is that so? Well, look, Riley. I'm riding the horse, and wait! Nothing's happening. Can we go home already?
Yeah, whatever. Let's go home.
Scary stuff. That actually sent shivers down my spine. Thank goodness Halloween is over. I would have been so scared to be out trick-or-treating knowing that the haunted horse head was out there.
A chilling film indeed. Well, that's all we have for this month on Mustang Magazine, but you can always visit us online at www.mustang.media or hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Thanks for watching. I'm Ronnie Marshallsey.
And I'm Mary Erickson. See you next month, Mustangs. I'm sorry. Okay.
On to the school library. Sorry, no. Sorry.
Should I go, amazing?
Please don't.
No, I'm kidding.
To listen on his take. Fudge. I said fudge, so I didn't swear. Good luck as she pursues her career as a librarian.
You said career.
Career as a librarian.